So the good thing about doing a Facebook or a Zoom that I then stream to Facebook is that I can press record when I want to, not like last week when it was like, there's like 30 seconds of trying to work out what I'm doing. But here we are. So thank you. Welcome back to those who were here last week. I hope you enjoyed the session, and welcome to those who are here for the first time. So the purpose of Coffee with Karen is very much to just give you an opportunity to take some time out for yourself, have a break from your busy day. Our lives are so busy at the moment. Hi, Daniel, you're connecting. Our lives are so busy at the moment, and that, we're always rushing from one thing to another. And actually, I think in a world that is so busy, it's so important that we actually take some time to slow down. So that's why I do Coffee with Karen. And as I said last week, I'm very much about bringing mindfulness to the modern age and demonstrating the positive impact it can have on your life and your mental well-being. And, you don't need to sit in a cross-legged position unless, of course, you want to, but you really can do it anywhere at any time, even when you're having a coffee or a peppermint tea, which is what I am having today. So I thought what we might do today, I was thinking about, last week we did sort of a body scan, but this week what I wanted to do was maybe look at kind of focusing, bringing our focus and our awareness to our breathing. And by doing this, it will actually help you to be more productive as you go through the rest of your day. Perhaps you've had a busy morning. Perhaps this is the first time you've actually been able to stop, have a breather, have a cup of tea, and maybe you've got a busy day ahead. So I thought maybe what we might do is, a bit of a focus meditation to sort of prepare you for the rest of the day. Now, a lot of people, when it comes to mindfulness and meditation, they always say, Karen, I don't have time for meditation, which I totally get. That used to be me. But quite often it's when you are really busy and you don't have the time that you actually probably should take a step back, pause, and maybe breathe for 10 minutes or so, just to kind of collect your thoughts and to gather everything and to enable you to become more focused. Because quite often, when we're busy, we've got so many things going on in our head that we're actually not very productive. Quite often we're in a meeting, and whilst we're in that meeting, we're thinking about the meeting that's coming up. And then we're in that meeting and we're thinking about the meeting that's already been. And as a result, we're not really kind of present in either meeting, and we're not really focused, and we're not productive. So this is where mindfulness can help. It actually helps you to be more laser focused so you can be more productive. So let's get focused. And what I want you to do is just get into a comfortable position, whether that is seated, standing up, lying down with your coffee in your hand, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And if you like, you can close your eyes, or if you prefer, you can just lower your gaze, whatever feels comfortable for you. So just taking a moment to breathe. Perhaps this is the first time today that you have actually stopped to pause, to actually focus on your breathing. Maybe sigh a little. Just take this time to just gather your thoughts and notice where you're breathing. Are you breathing in your chest? If you are, maybe bring your breath lower down into your abdomen. Quite often we breathe very shallow, especially if we're stressed or anxious. So just bring this breathing down into your abdomen and start to just focus on every in and every out breath, using the breath as an anchor. And just notice any thoughts you might be having. Thoughts about your morning. Perhaps you've been rushing around. Perhaps you've been busy doing emails, homeschooling, getting the kids ready. Perhaps this is the first time today you've actually just taken a moment to focus on yourself. Or maybe your thoughts are wandering into the future, thinking about the day ahead, thinking about all the things you've got to do, all the meetings, emails, deadlines. Just acknowledge these thoughts and just bring them back to your breath. Use your breath as an opportunity to focus on the here and now, not focusing on what's coming up, what's been. Just focusing on your breath. And if your mind starts to wander, if your thoughts start to run away from you, just acknowledge them and just keep bringing them back. Just gently bring them back to your breath. And don't worry if your mind wanders once, twice, 1,000 times. Just bring it back to your breath. Focusing on every in and every out breath. Now I want you to just start to notice. Start to notice any sounds around you. Just focusing on anything that you can hear directly around you. Maybe you can't hear anything. Maybe you can just hear your breath, your breathing. Where do you hear your breathing? Is it through your nose, through your mouth? Just focus on that for a moment. And then just gently moving your awareness to a little bit further. Maybe the sounds in your room. What can you hear? And again, maybe you can't hear anything, but just notice. Focus on any little subtle sounds that you can hear. Perhaps if you're in your kitchen or in your dining room, you might be able to hear a buzz from the fridge, or just a gentle buzz from the heating or a fan. Just notice it, just focus on it. And if your mind wanders, which it most probably will, just bring it back to the breath, your breathing, and the sounds around you. And now I want you to, again, just move your awareness from your room or from wherever you're sitting to even further away, maybe to the sounds outside. Perhaps you can hear cars or birds, a dog barking, children. Just notice them, but try not to label them. Try not to label them as a dog or a car or a bus. Just notice the sound, but perhaps notice the pitch or the volume. Rather than labeling it, just noticing it. And again, you might notice that you can't hear anything, and just notice that. Notice the silence. Focus on that. Now just bringing your awareness back inside yourself to your breathing. Focusing on every in and out breath. Perhaps noticing those sounds around you. But you're just noticing them rather than letting them take your focus away. Just noticing them. Now just bringing your awareness to the top of your shoulders. Just finishing with a bit of body awareness, just noticing your shoulders. Maybe just giving your shoulders a bit of a roll. Notice any sensations. Perhaps you've been sitting poorly at your desk, in your bed, at your kitchen table. So just use this time, this opportunity to just focus on your shoulders, just giving them a little roll. Often we store tension in our shoulders. So just rolling your shoulders back and focusing on the sensation. And now just bringing your awareness back to any thoughts you might be having, any feelings, any stress or worries. If your mind has wandered into the future, you're thinking about the day, thinking about all the things you need to do, just acknowledge this and just bring it back to the breath. Focusing on every in and every out breath, just focusing on the here and now. And now I invite you to just bring your awareness back to the present moment. And very gently open your eyes, or if your eyes are already open, just drinking in everything around you, noticing all the colors, objects and just giving yourself a really big stretch as you bring yourself back to the present moment. And just taking a moment to just gather your thoughts, gather your feelings. So, I really hope that by taking this time, this opportunity to actually focus on your thoughts, your feelings, your breath, the sounds around you, it will help you to be more productive throughout the day. And perhaps if you find yourself in a meeting, like I said earlier, you're in a meeting, you're thinking about the meeting ahead, or the meeting that's been, and as a result, you're not really present in the meeting you're having. Just acknowledge that and then bring your awareness back to the present moment. And I guarantee you will be more focused, more productive. So thank you so much. Morning, Michelle. I've got a couple of people on Facebook. Michelle, Jackie, so lovely to have you here. Thank you for joining me again. And for those of you who are joining me for the first time, this is a drop-in session. This is the start of a lifelong kind of, Coffee with Karen, a lifelong series. So please feel you can come back whenever you want. If you can't come every week, that's absolutely fine, but just attend as and when you can. The purpose of these sessions are just to give you an opportunity to zone out for 20 minutes when you can. Now, I, this week, have started a YouTube channel. So if you cannot attend a Coffee with Karen, please go to my YouTube channel and subscribe, because I need 100 subscribers to get a unique URL. Now, if you want the link to my YouTube channel, just go to my website, mindfulstation.co.uk or .uk.co.uk. Yeah, not .com. That one was gone. So thank you so much for joining me, George, Rupert, Daniel, Cassandra, Sandy, Alan, Amy, and those of you on Facebook. This is a first Zoom to Facebook. It's brilliant. It's genius. So thank you so much for joining me. And hopefully I will see you, if not next week, just as and when you can. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you so much. And I will see you very soon. Mwah. I'm going to end the session now. So thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.